I want to go on for like 2 or 3 more hours, but we got our own lives to live on, and
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
yeah. So go ahead, Tita Sai. You can go ahead and ask this last question to Coach Simon.
Before I ask that question, I was actually jotting down a new question.
Go on. If you have two more questions, that's if you have one there
Yeah,
on your notes, that's fine. Then you can just ask the last one that I sent to you.
yeah, that will be the last question. But yeah, Coach Simon, I just needed to ask you this one.
Sure.
10 years on,
Mhm.
most of the players on that Miracle and Hanoi team are successful in their own way. Like Neil Etheridge in the EPL, Chris, Chiefy, Rob doing their coaching duties, Anton founding a new league, and now a team owner, and so on and so forth. Still young husband, retiring with 50 international goals at that thought. How proud of you of these players and their achievements at the moment.
I'm um, I'll be forever proud, forever proud. Like I say, I can't attribute it. I don't feel like I'm responsible for it all. I feel I was responsible for getting that group of players together, motivating them, and sending them on the pitch. I didn't know a lot about them before I met them. I was only in the job, a couple of about a month, 2 months before we got to the group stages. So it's not like I had so long to work with them and got to know them and their ins and outs. But what's interesting is now there is a common connection whenever we see each other. From last time I saw Hanair, he just came up to me and gave me a big hug. Now Hanair's a military man, I doubt he hugs too many people, but he just came and gave me a big hug. And he messaged me the other day. I messaged him on Facebook, and he messaged me back, a nice little message. And there is that common recognition of we were part of that group. We were in that first wave of Azkals, as they're now called. And I know James feels it. James gets emotional about it. Neil feels it all the time. I still give Neil, I still send him stupid messages and make fun of him when he makes mistakes and things like that. But when Neil was looking to move to Fulham, he was messaging me and asked when he was going to move from Fulham and go drop down the leagues. He was saying, Coach, what should I do? What do you think it's a good move? He was messaging me while I was still in Vietnam or wherever I was. And that's a sign that you've created something. You've created a bond. And I think that there is a common bond between every single member of that team and staff who were involved in that time because of what we went through. And I think I'm very proud of everyone that's gone on to do their bit for football. And I'm still pushing for football. Anton is still pushing every day to make football better. And what I like about Anton is, there's a little bit of arrogance there that he's not prepared to back down. He'll just fight with anyone, and he'll call them out on it as well. He doesn't really mind, which sometimes needs to happen. Phil, I'm sure will get back involved eventually. He's looking after himself for a while. It's not been easy for Phil. You wouldn't. His personal life has been quite difficult for him. So the fact that he's got a little one now and he's married and he's, that's an incredible achievement. Yeah, you go through that squad, and it's not just all right. Neil's played in the Premier League. That's fantastic, but everyone has been successful since that point. And it's great to see. It's great to see Chris back involved with the national team. I hope eventually he will get that job at some point. I'm sure he will. Would be great to see him in that job. That would be a great story as well. So it's just a lovely, lovely story. And I'm incredibly proud to have been a part of it. And I will be incredibly proud of those players from forever on. Yeah, pretty much it.
Okay, so I have the honor of asking the last question.
Go for it. Make it a good one.
Let
Of course
me
it is.
let me hold on to where I'm sitting at right now.
Let me just get comfortable. Okay. Hit me with it.
I think this is gonna be a huge one as well, Tita Sai. Go ahead.
Okay, Coach Simon.
Yeah.
If the opportunity comes knocking again, would you say yes to coaching the Philippines?
My heart would say yes. My head would say no. My heart would say yes, of course. I would run to the airport. But my head would be saying, can you really genuinely believe that you could repeat what you've already done there? And the reality is no, I don't. That's once in a lifetime stuff. I don't think I'll ever repeat that ever again, working till the day I die. The fact that people might want me to come back, or the fact that, you know, eventually I might get the opportunity, who knows? Like I say, there would be a very strong emotional pull to that job. It would be very difficult to say no to. But knowing football as I do now, knowing how difficult it is to repeat success under different circumstances, you know, even now the Azkals is very different from the Azkals we had back then. It'd be very difficult to say no to, but I would be trying to. My head would be telling me to be sensible and switch on, and you've done your bit. You know, I wouldn't want to go back and ruin what is such an incredible achievement and just a, you know, a fairy tale. I wouldn't want to go back and tarnish that. So I genuinely don't know. I haven't got a genuine answer to that. All I can say is my heart would say yes, 100%. My head would have reservations.
Thank you so much for answering that question, Coach.
You're welcome. No problem.